Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Sanch, welcome back to the Bodybuilding News Network. We have a couple interesting stories for you today on our daily installment of Bodybuilding Today, where we talk about all things hot topic and trending, specifically Tonio Burton, physique update coming into his New York Pro title defense, open bodybuilding, the return of Boogeyman Blessing Awadibu, as well as Hassan Mustafa giving us an update kind of contrary to what we've seen previously, and also Sergio Oliva training with Dorian Yates. So if you're interested in any of those stories, consider subscribing, and your subscription helps me retire my parents in the year 2024. We're moving right into Sergio Oliva Jr.'s physique update as Totoro comes to join us. Welcome back to the cast, Totoro. Looking at Sergio, I feel like I haven't really seen a lot of physique updates from him. I haven't heard a lot of news from him since he kind of essentially took the whole last year off. I remember he did the Legion Sports, or no, he did the Cali Pro, right? He jumped into that Cali Pro that Ross Flanagan won, and that was really the last time we saw him. Of course, Sergio did have some flight issues with that, so I don't want to be too overly critical of him, but I'm very excited, Sergio, to see you getting back into the gym and dumping, I guess that's not a great word, but putting out some good content. I'm really happy to see him training with Mr. 4-time, Mr. 6-time Dorian Yates. Wow, I'm drawing a blank. I can't remember how many he won. I think it's 4, right? Oh God, him and Jay I think are tied. But happy to see him training with Dorian Yates. Also, I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of physique updates we're going to get to see more in 2024 from Sergio, as well as make sure you guys check out all the interviews I've done with Sergio in person here on Bodybuilding News Network. We have a plethora of amazing one-on-one in-person interviews at the Arnold, at the Olympia, at the LA Fit Expo. There's a lot of content in there, so make sure you guys go check out the channel and look for those cool interviews. But again, I want to preface this as I'm very excited to see these updates from Sergio, and for me, I haven't seen a lot of stuff from him, so I'm interested to see what kind of contest news he puts up in the near future. He isn't a guy that gets too blown out of shape in the off season, so he could hop into an early Olympia qualification, or he could stick with doing a show later in the year. Moving into the New York Pro and maybe even the Detroit Pro, the inaugural Detroit Pro, Tonio Burton, the Predator. He also looks like he's partnered up with the Freedom Apparel. It's a really cool company out of Korea, I believe it is, and he has his own signature line there, so check that out and support Tonio, as well as Dragon Pharma, his supplement company, or his sponsor, right? Supplement sponsor. But for Tonio, super stoked for this guy to hop into the New York Pro, and this is something I've talked about a few times in this channel, is you just don't see a lot of title defenses anymore in men's bodybuilding, or even men's open, or really at all. You just don't really see a lot of guys winning shows and then coming back into the next year and defending that title. I think that's something super rare, and I'm very happy to see Tonio doing it. And I'm also very excited, Kareth Baggio, I'm going to keep poking at him. He might even come into the New York Pro and defend his 212 title. So, good luck to Tonio. I think he looks phenomenal so far. And Blessing Awodibu, the Boogeyman, a Muscle Tech athlete, sharing from me, it looks like the first physique update we've seen in him since he really shut it down last year after what I feel like a lot of pundits have said it was a lackluster season in 2023. Now, again, I will say that I'm super excited to see all these guys sharing physique updates, as it does keep bodybuilding exciting in the slow season. The winter season is always a very slow season, and to see BNN grow the way it is right now is just phenomenal, and I can't thank you all enough for tuning into our daily installments. I will talk briefly at the end, so it will be a little bit of a longer video, so stay tuned for a little update from me, personally, Mr. Sanch. But again, with Blessing, he's one of these guys that it's the lower back and the lower legs from the back that have been holding him back in recent years. So if he makes those improvements, he could continue to win pro shows in the future. Now, Hassan Mustafa, this one one is a confusing one for me. When we look at some of the videos we've done previously where I think I had 2 different videos in a row talking about Hassan Mustafa and his amazing physique updates, and I saw quite a few other channels kind of picking up that video, and we're going to show it in just a second. But when we look at this recent physique update, it's not saying it's an old photo. It's not saying it's an old post. Hassan's not clarifying that, but all he's essentially saying here is that he is 300 pounds, which I feel like in 2024 isn't as important as it used to be in previous years. Everyone was chasing that number. Everyone wanted to be over 300 pounds. Now, in contrast to what I just showed you, look at this video. And like I said, we have shown it before on the channel, so this isn't new, but look at the vast difference in the conditioning, in the detail. I'm very hesitant to see or to make a decision that this is a old video. I've got a feeling that this is an old video. But I do also want to point out something I didn't notice before is Hassan was saying in this, it was, what does he say here? We got to see Hassan versus Rubiel. Oh, no, that's not him. That was just somebody else. Oh, man, I read that wrong. Anyways, it would be exciting to see. Hassan looks relatively lean, and he could jump into the New York Pro, and we are projecting that Rubiel Mascara, after doing the Arnolds, will do the New York Pro. So stay tuned for that, but also a little news update from myself. My wardrobe and hopefully not the upload schedule will be changing soon. I do start some active duty military service starting tomorrow for the next few months. So I will be in camos again. If you're a fan of the channel, a long time ago, we used to do videos all the time in uniform. So that will be coming back to the channel. I will be tactful with it. I'll make sure the name tapes and the ranks and stuff are out of it, but you're going to tell it's military fatigues. So look forward to that starting tomorrow. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so thankful for everyone who's been joining the channel. We've saw around 400 new subscribers in the last 30 days, and it just blows me away. That beats the last 6 months of channel growth. So thank you, everyone. Consider subscribing. The monetization from YouTube will be helping me retire my parents in 2024, so I genuinely appreciate every single one of you. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and tag me for any athlete shout-outs and features you want to see on the channel. And besides that, I'm your host here on the Bodybuilding News Network, Josh Sanch. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.